Hey, what's going on guys, it's Third Dolphin here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about and explaining how the mechs will ruin Fortnite if they are not vaulted or nerfed in a major way. I also wanted to let you all know that school is starting tomorrow for me, so I might be uploading a little bit less, I'm not sure yet, but I'll try to keep uploading very consistently. At the minimum, I will be uploading at least once a week, but I will try to go for more than 1 to 2 videos a week. So yeah, if you all enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And guys, by doing this, this gets my content out there for more people to see. So yeah, make sure you do that. And let's get right into this video. Alright guys, so these mechs have been out in Fortnite since Season X has been released, which is about 2 weeks ago. Ever since they were released, no one has liked them and everyone's found them very stupid and very overpowered. This is the worst and most overpowered item that Fortnite has added into their game. I remember when people used to think that the sword was overpowered. That's completely nothing compared to this. The dumb thing about this whole situation is Fortnite is not even really caring about the community that much on this topic. We all know this because all the streamers and big YouTubers and competitive players of Fortnite were complaining about them, and no one on the Epic staff or anything was even caring. Epic Games finally decided to take action after this was a global trend on Twitter. It literally took them that long to understand how much of a problem this is. And the small nerf that they did to it barely even helps us out. All the nerf did was lower the spawn rates of the mechs in tournaments and arena. So now casual players who don't even play competitively are getting upset because they still have to deal with the mech spawns that are high in their game. This is basically the first time that something so big has affected two sides of the community, the casual players and the competitive players, because most of the time it's usually the competitive players who are complaining more and want more things to be changed, but this time around it's both communities, casual and competitive, so they're both agreeing that it needs to be nerfed or vaulted. Like I said, Fortnite really isn't listening to the community that much. Literally, this topic worldwide had to be trending for Epic to even do something about it. That sorta just shows how much they care about the players. This is all a big way to help them gain exposure or more exposure and make more money. They get this because more people talk about the game when it's in a bad current state and people want things removed. So yeah. Right now everyone is sort of mad and confused at Epic Games because they don't know what the plan is that they're gonna do and how they're gonna nerf the mechs. I don't even think Epic Games knows how they're gonna nerf them again. Not really, they have it all planned out strategically. Alright, so most of you probably know or have heard of Bugga. He's the one that won the $3 million, he's the world champion of solos. So basically, even he said on stream that Epic should vault the mech and he doesn't want it in the game at all. It's really bad when the world champion of Fortnite wants the mech removed. Isn't that ringing a bell to anyone in Epic Games? Now, a couple days after he said that, and when it was trending worldwide on Twitter, Epic finally decided to do something, and that was nerf the spawn rates of the mechs in arena and tournaments. I don't even know if we should call that a nerf. There's so many more important and valuable things they could have nerfed, maybe the rockets or the damage it deals, but nope, they just nerfed the spawn rate, that's all. They didn't even do it in casual game modes. And casual players are complaining too, not just competitive players. So yeah, right now everyone's pretty mad and they want to quit Fortnite if the mechs aren't removed, which I would totally agree with if I was a competitive player and I was working my tail off, playing 10 to 12 hours a day. In every single match, I just get destroyed by a mech that you literally almost can't counter. Like, the only two ways that you can counter a mech is boogie bomb and blowing it up, or getting in and self-destructing it. But other than those couple of ways, there's really nothing else. If the next nerf to the mech isn't significant and affects it a lot, then I feel like a lot of pro players are actually gonna start leaving. Because all Epic is doing is nerfing it little by little over time, like over a long period of time. Competitive players though don't want to wait around for Epic Games to start making the moves, so I'm pretty sure most of them will leave if this thing is not nerfed or vaulted. When this topic was trending worldwide on Twitter, I feel like Epic Games really had no choice at that point, because they got what they wanted. They got the exposure and they got a ton of people talking about it, and that's very good for a company like Epic Games, so that's what they were pushing for, and they finally got that. So once they saw that their plan had worked and everyone was talking about Fortnite, then they're like, okay, we'll nerf it in a very small way. Then a lot of pro players and even casual players got really upset at the terrible nerf, because the nerf doesn't even really affect the mech that much, and it only affects it in arena and tournaments. But yeah, the mech overall is just really a money making machine for Epic Games, and it is working. Like, it's working. The plan is going exactly how they want it. Like, they were trending worldwide on Twitter. #1. Usually other topics that are like actually important are at #1 on Twitter, but this time it was Fortnite. That's just bad when that many people are complaining about your game, that it's trending around the world and it's #1. So like I said, Epic Games was sort of forced to make that change. Epic Games is probably just gonna do this over and over and over, and they're not really gonna care about the community. They're just gonna care about how many people are talking about it. Hey, maybe if we get it trending on Twitter and on multiple news stations, then we might get it vaulted. Who knows? But yeah, Epic Games is very stubborn. Like, it takes a lot for them to do something small. For example, what I've been talking about this whole time, where Fortnite Vault the Mechs, that was the hashtag that was trending on Twitter yesterday around the world. It shouldn't take a company that much to see that something is wrong with their game. I mean, they know what's wrong with it and they're doing this on purpose, but when that many people are upset, you should have changed it a lot sooner and made better changes to it. Epic Games could have done a lot better nerfs to the mech other than the respawn rate. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I mean, they could have nerfed the rocket launchers, the damage the mech does, the number of people that can be in it, because as of right now, people can team in solos with the mechs. I don't know if they're gonna change that or not, but that might be teaming. And people are definitely gonna try and cheat and team in solo cups. But yeah, they're gonna make it so only one person can be in it, probably in solos. And then for trios, they're gonna keep it the same, sadly. Epic Games also needs to lower the number of rockets it can shoot and the damage that it does. This robot will make you go from 200 health to 0 real quick, and literally no one can stop it. It doesn't matter what ping you're on, doesn't matter if you're turbo building, doesn't matter if you're the World Cup champion. Literally nothing matters. You cannot stop the rockets that are hitting you. You literally cannot outbuild them. It's just dumb because there's no way to build against the rockets, so they should either nerf the damage like I said, or nerf the number of rockets that you can shoot. Currently you can shoot a total of 10 rockets out of the mech, so they should lower that to either 5 rockets or even 3. One of those two would be better, but they should make it to where you can't one-shot someone so easily. What they should do to this item, they should make it more of a mobility item by taking off the guns and then maybe just leaving it with the person that can drive and stomp, and that's the only way that they can be offensive, is stomping. This would make this item more mobility related, and we really need that because there's like no mobility in the game right now. So hey, Epic Games, if you're watching this, take that into consideration. Not really, they're not watching it. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways that Epic Games can nerf this, but of course, because they're a money-making business, they're going to use methods to do it slowly over time so more people talk about Fortnite. So if any of you are expecting any change really quick, I wouldn't have my hopes up too high.